roamingfilm.com.
Hi, I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats at the Toronto Independent Film Festival at the CARLTON Cinema in downtown Toronto. Reporting for Katie Chats in downtown Toronto with the actors of Roaming, Rhys, Christina, and Sarah. How did it feel to open the Toronto Independent Film Festival?
It was really exciting, actually. I'm just a young actor from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, so it's nice to come out to the big city and see all the lights up here.
Yeah, it was a very big compliment for us to get that kind of recognition.
Great.
Absolutely. I'm new to Toronto, so it was really great to come here and have that kind of be one of the first things with roaming.
Okay. Tell me what drew you to each of your characters.
I was really interested in playing the role of Will because Will is somewhere on the autistic spectrum. He has intense social anxiety, so the social rules that we normally follow in order to interact with one another, he doesn't really understand them and they don't really apply to him. So it was a really unique opportunity to just kind of explore humanity through a kind of a different lens.
I played the love interest from out of town, and it's sort of interesting because it's a very complex relationship because of Will's autism, and what really struck a chord for me was the conflict within Olivia of, you know, she could choose a life with Will that maybe would be more difficult, or she could choose a life that is perhaps more glamorous, and she really felt a tug of war, and that's what attracted me to the character.
Yeah, for me, I played Shannon, and it was very interesting because at the time that we were filming, I was making that transition to come to Toronto, and Shannon goes to Toronto. So it was like the parallel of my life, although Shannon is a little bit more of a, I wouldn't say loser, but she kind of, she doesn't stick up for herself very much.
And in terms of the autism aspect of the story, did you do a lot of research ahead of time, or do you know anyone personally with autism that you could sort of connect to?
Yeah, my own psychological diagnosis of William was that he was pretty low on the spectrum, I think, because in the script he acts on subtle social cues that I think would be difficult with someone who is fairly high up on the spectrum. And actually, I have a friend who's medicated for social anxiety and has been kind of diagnosed with some autistic tendencies, so he was part of the composite. I also drew on my own kind of physiological habitual holding pattern from as a child when I was kind of an awkward 13-year-old.
Okay.
So.
And did you ladies have to do research on how to interact with someone with autism?
I did do some research, particularly because of the relationship, and I researched what it might be like to date someone with autism, marry someone with autism, and it was quite interesting, quite a challenge.
Yeah, for me it was more of a, because we'd been friends for so long, and it was just kind of a feeling to, obviously, lots of people with autism, most people do, and there was a boy that was a year younger than me growing up, so I've always kind of had that relationship of just, being a little more sensitive sometimes. And, yeah.
And how have audiences been responding to the film so far?
I think we've got the audiences that we've had have been, I'm sorry, I've been really quite touched, actually. Because one of the characters has autism, a lot of parents of children with autism have come out, and I've felt very, very lucky that they've seen it and then come to me and said thank you. That I honored the kind of experience that Will was kind of going through in terms of my performance. And that was really nice to know that. And in fact, at the opening, there was a young man with autism who, after the movie, told me that at the beginning of the film, he related completely with the character, that really the character's experience really felt like what was going on in his life. So it's been really, really amazing and really nice and kind of touching.
Wow.
Yeah, we've had some really lovely responses, very touching, and I've just felt like a part of the overall community in a different way, as opposed to strictly the film community. So it's been really, really great.
Yeah, that seems to be the overall thing, is people saying like, oh, I was crying, and I really hope that this has a wider audience, because so many people need to see it, you know, just for the relationships, and not just the autism aspect of the film, but the relationships that happen between everybody, and being in your late 20s and having no idea what you're going to do with your life. And, you know, everybody can kind of relate to that roaming.
Right. And where's the best place to find out more information on each of you and to follow you and the film online?
I don't really know. I'm on Facebook, if you want to friend me on Facebook. Oh, I'm on Twitter too, yeah.
Roaming has a Facebook page. We have IMDb pages, personally and for Roaming.
Perfect. Great.
Yeah, same. Sarah D. McCARTHY, though. There's so many Sarah McCarthys in the world that I had to put that D in.
All right.
So that's how you find me. And the Workbook Live is my my webpage, I guess. You can see my resume.
Perfect. Great. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations, and best of luck with the film.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks. I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats in downtown Toronto.